Well, hello. You know, a few minutes ago, a little while ago, I got to looking on YouTube, and I got to just looking through what was on there. I ran into a song, Smoke on the Water, and it was about them boats over there in Vietnam, in the Vietnam War. And I clicked on it, and I watched the video and listened to the music. And then after that one was over, the Ride of the Valkyries, with that attack of them helicopters. Robert Duvall was the officer leading in them helicopters with them troops. They went in, had the picture of them school kids coming out in their uniforms and then running to hide when they could hear the helicopters coming. And then there was another one or two I sat there and listened to. Well, you know, I was in tears by the time the second one was over. That one with Robert Duvall, Ride of the Valkyries. And I got to thinking, you know, let's see, 64, 65. I was a total of 18 years old when that Johnson set that troop build-up into Vietnam. And I was on the old carrier USS Yorktown. That was an anti-submarine warfare group. I was a quartermaster on there. And we were out in the Bashi Channel between Philippines and the mainland. And we got orders to go in the Gulf of Tonkin, set up a area around the point in the Tonkin Gulf and keep any submarines and that out from coming in there, because there was a couple of attack carriers with fighter planes, bombers and that on it, and we had our anti-submarine warfare planes and helicopter stuff on us. Well, we sat out there at that point for a few months going around till we got relieved. And I read, and I paid attention, I studied. You know, we didn't have all this computer stuff and that, but I got books. And I always enjoyed reading. Well, I wanted to re-enlist in the Navy. 1967, I was going to re-enlist. But by the time 67 came around, we had made that first, and then we had made a trip back to the States, loaded up with airplanes, and made another trip back to Subic Bay to offload the airplanes for the attack carriers. And then we made it back to States, and then we went back for a cruise and spun around that point for a while. Well, after all of that got over, and all the things the Marines I knew and talked to, and some of the people I knew, and I paid attention, and I watched and read, I am a patriot. I'm a patriot of the Union of States. Now, people if you get paying attention, ever since the Civil War, there's been a definition between a citizen of the United States of America, which became an empire, and a citizen under the old Constitution. Well, by the time I was ready to re-enlist, I got out of there. I didn't believe in that Vietnam War, and I had read I didn't believe in the Korean War. It was not a war. It was a police action because of treaties that were made that we would defend those people and their democracies. Well, that is a bunch of hooey. It was all about money, power, and control. There was nothing moral about it. There was nothing. Now, I've watched, there was no declaration of war by Congress. There was an authorization to use troops. The commander-in-chief of the military is that President of the United States when war has been declared. If you check and you read real close and you really pay attention to the way the law was written by we the people and ratified by we the people, that stuff totally illegal, totally unconstitutional. That is a traitorous act against we the people to have us in those police actions. They're trying to get us our Second Amendment rights done away with in the world, by the UN, by the world courts. They're trying to get our First Amendment, free speech, freedom of religion, done away with in the world, by the UN, by all these treaties they're planning on making. That's because the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, are criminal organizations headed by mob bosses who are all about money, power, and glory. They want control of the world. Now, there's a whole bunch of people. They can talk about that stuff over there in Davos, Switzerland, where that Schwab guy is, where that guy from Microsoft is, where that George Soros is, all them guys. No, they are not my representatives. I have strict morals. No, I don't put my nose in other people's business unless I'm invited. That thing in Israel, that thing in Ukraine, we got no business being involved. All that stuff we've been into. No. They got us into a bunch of treaties working. It was I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but there are a lot of them. And one of them is to make everything a world government. That's all for the money, the power, the wealth. Corporations. See the corporation the United States became during the Civil War. See the corporation that made Washington, D.C. into a city with a mayor and a city council and such. Go look at it. It's not constitutional. That's not what we, the people, authorized. This border being open, all these people, that 240,000 people coming in a period of time, that's 250,000 people. Came into the United States in a short period of time. That's an invasion. That town down there in Panama, that they're getting people from all over the world, and they get them there and they get them together and they show them how and put them on helicopters and show them how to get to the United States border up through Central America, Mexico, clear up into California. Now, there's something wrong. And anybody that aids those people in an invasion are giving aid and comfort to the enemy. So they're all guilty of treason as far as I can tell, reading the Constitution. I shouldn't talk like this, but I am a citizen of Arizona. I am a patriotic citizen of the constitutional republic that was the union of 50 states, or should be the union of 50 sovereign, independent states, which are countries. There's no difference between this and the European Union, except we're better and smarter and started out that way. California is a country. Them goofy people that rule it, let them rule it that way. We don't need to support their actions and their money. Texas, they don't need to let them people come across their border. Arizona, New Mexico, California, if they want to be, what do they call them? States that let them people come in, just let them park themselves, stay there and do whatever they want. Let the cartels come in from Mexico and such and rule. Let them do it. But they need to keep them within their borders when they do let them come in. And they're not supposed to let them come in if the state don't want. That Constitution says something about a uniform method of naturalization. That's taking people who want to come in, become loyal citizens under the Constitution of the United States, and enjoy the benefits of being a citizen. That don't mean letting a whole bunch of criminals come in and park just to be safe from whoever it is who wants to kill them in some other country. Now, well, that's too long. I don't know. Nobody listens to me anyway. It doesn't really matter. I only kneel before my God. I don't kneel before them people, those tyrants that think they're so much better than all of us other people, especially guys that don't talk more intellectual than me. Have a good day and God bless all of you.